Let me see if this works. There we go. I don't know what's going on tonight. But, oh, sorry. I just realized that if you click on the little live button, it tells you how long you've been on for. Look at that. For some reason it said my broadcast wouldn't work earlier, and so I had to try again. So, anyway, okay, checking in a little later than what I wanted, but it's because I was really listening to, a thing on YouTube earlier, and I totally fell asleep way before the time. I'm supposed to fall asleep at 9 o'clock. So, whatever that was about. So now I'm checking in, and then I'm going to go to bed again. Yeah. So otherwise I would have been on way earlier. But I think I fell asleep like pretty close to the time that I actually wanted to get on and check in. But yeah, anyway, let's see. Okay. Yesterday. So yesterday I had a haircut, and, after that, I came home, I grabbed a couple of things, let the dogs out, and then I drove to Columbus, which the place that I drove in Columbus was like almost an hour and a half away, because it was further south than where I normally go on Sunday mornings. Met a friend there. Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of her dad's passing. And so her and her daughter met up with me, but what they didn't know was that I surprised them with our mutual friend, who he surprised all of us because he's here from Texas and didn't tell all of us until, well, she didn't know until yesterday, but I didn't know that he was going to be here until like December, until last Wednesday. So it was like pretty cool. Anyway, so it was great because we went out to eat, and then we went bowling, and I had to leave before they got finished with everything. But okay, so remember what I shared about, if you've watched any of them, on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? No, I apologize. Thursday night, when I was talking about the fact of like, I could have gotten off the phone call and gone to bed when I was supposed to, all of that stuff. Okay, so I got tested on that last night because my friend, love her so much. She was like, are you sure you need to leave when you need to? Because I told her I needed to leave when I needed to so I could go to bed at 9 o'clock. And give myself like a little bit of extra time for traffic, or, making sure I had enough time when I came home to get ready for bed and all that stuff. And so I did stay half an hour longer than what I had originally planned, but I still was here way before it was time for me to go to bed. I had given myself a pretty good cushion. But when I was watching the video again today, I was reminded of that. I was like, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. I mean, again, we have to like celebrate the small victories. So for me, that's the small victory. The fact that like in any other time frame, I probably would have been like, no, like it's cool. Yeah, sure, I'll stay. Like, not a big deal. But I was like, no, I have to leave. I need to leave pretty much close to the time that I said I would, so that I can get home, go to bed at 9. And the reasoning behind it was because I had plans to go out of town again today, and those totally got thwarted. But today was very productive in a different way, and I don't think it would have been if I had gone and done something again today, because then I also have plans to do stuff again tomorrow. So I'm not even upset. I'm not upset. I mean, like, it would have been cool to go to what I was going to today, but it's okay. I don't feel like I missed out on anything either, if that makes any sense. Let's see. So yesterday, I waited until we were with my friend to eat, and the time kept getting postponed. And so I didn't eat anything yesterday until like, let's see, we got together at like 4. I probably didn't eat yesterday until like 4:20. So I was like starving by that time. I ordered, the vegetarian fajitas, and they have weird stuff in it that I don't normally eat vegetable wise, but I didn't tell them to not bring it. I like, usually I'm like, I only want these vegetables. Like, don't, the other ones, like, no, thank you. I don't like them. But yesterday I was like, nope, I'm good. Um, I feel like I did eat a lot. But again, it was the only time I ate yesterday. So, and I did eat, so I ate the vegetable fajitas, and I eat everything, trust me. I added a side of sour cream with it, and I added a side of guacamole, which I shared with somebody else. But then I also ate like quite a few chips and salsa. But I had water to drink, and then we decided to get dessert as well. And I was still hungry at that point, even though we'd been eating, I feel like, for forever, because we were talking and, in between bites and whatever. So I got there, what was it? Fiesta chimichanga or something? I don't know. But it was good. It was basically, I don't know if you've ever had like a chimichanga, like deep fried whatever before, that has like the sauce and stuff on top. So this was like a dessert one that had like custard in the middle of it, and then it had like cinnamon and sugar on the outside of it. So they didn't put like sauce or, well, I guess they did. They put chocolate sauce, but it wasn't like doused in it like when you get a chimichanga that has like meat and stuff on the inside. Yeah, so that was what I ate yesterday. And then today, I woke up when my alarm went off at 5 because, like, it had been 8 hours basically, because I was in bed at like 9 o'clock. But because of my period, like, I was not feeling very great. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to sleep for a little bit longer and see how I feel. And honestly, like at 7:30, I was supposed to be walking out the door at 8 o'clock. I was just like, man, like, I just don't feel well enough to go. Because what I was supposed to do was my college where I went to school, they had their homecoming today, and what they do is they do like this giant concert, and this year they invited the alumni for different choirs to come, and so I was going to go sing with my choir that I was a part of when I went to school there. And I was actually really excited about it. Fun fact, the woman that directs she wasn't the director when I was there, but the woman that now directs the choir that I was a part of when I was there played my oldest daughter when in a production of Pride and Prejudice, when we were both in the same production company years after I wasn't going to school there anymore, and she had taken over the adjunct professor position to partially teach and also do the choir and stuff there. So like she was like, I'm so excited to sing with you again, because we also did a Christmas carol together after that and stuff. I was like, me too. And so then I had to message her this morning and say, I'm so sorry, I don't feel well, I will not be there. We both were pretty bummed about it. I was pretty bummed. That was the part that I was pretty bummed about. And then I saw on Facebook some of my friends that I went to school with, they went, and so I would have like sang with them and been there and seen them and stuff. So that part was upsetting. But at the same time, like, when I got up and round today, I finished basically putting together my life that I've been trying to finish doing for the past week, but haven't been able to because I booked myself solid with a bunch of other stuff and I've been working. So now, the project I started with changing my clothes out, that is finished. All of my laundry is put away. My bedding is good to go again. My dresser's cleaned off. The table's cleaned off. The kitchen's cleaned up from when I baked the other day. Like, everything is kind of in order. Honestly, like, I got done with everything today at like 5. By like 5. And my thought process was, okay, I'm going to get done at 5 and then I'm going to go work. And I got done at 5 and I was like, man, I kind of just like want to, and I have a really hard time with this sometimes because like it makes me feel like I'm being lazy when I just kind of want to chill and just like take a day. And because I did do a lot of things today, it just wasn't things that made money. And so in our minds, sometimes if like we weren't productive in that way, then we weren't productive at all. And I've had to like work my way out of that mindset of not feeling like I'm lazy, because I literally just want to sit and be still. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I did. And it's hard to not feel guilty about that when you like been raised up in that way. Sorry for the camera being all whatever. Raised in that way and thinking like, oh well, you have time. Why don't you go to work? Why don't you go make money? You know, I feel like a lot of us were raised that way in my generation and stuff. And so just breaking off that lie of not believing that. And also like, that also puts me in the position of being the provider for myself instead of being like, okay, God, like, do I need to go work? Like, am I being lazy if I don't work? Or is it okay if I like take the next 4 hours before I go to bed and just relax and accidentally take a nap? You know what I mean? Like, and so, we just live in this culture of like boss babe and all this stuff. And, you know, it's so funny when I go out, when I'm like, yes, I'm going to like go get it. I'm going to go get that bread. I'm going to go. I just don't do that well. Like the money's not there. The orders aren't there. But when it's God's timing and God's like, okay, go work. And I'm like, okay, I'll get in my car and go. Like, the reward is way more abundant. So it's like tuning into God. Again, we're talking about this with like our eating habits and stuff, but it's in every area. So like tuning in and saying, okay, God, what's my schedule this week? Like when you want me to work this week, that type of thing. And then not being afraid like that the funding for life isn't going to come in because you're not hustling. You know what I mean? It's just cool to see how the math doesn't math according to the world standards when you do it God's way. It's great. It's super great. Okay, so today I ate at around, honestly, I didn't realize how late it was before I ate. I ate at like 2 o'clock because I didn't really get hungry until then. And when I ate today, I tried this new soup that I had bought at the store, chickpea and noodle soup that was like chicken flavored or whatever. But it's vegetarian. Oh my goodness. It was really good. I mean, I really like hummus. I've never really made chickpeas. I've seen all those recipes with chickpeas as a snack and stuff. I want to try them because I don't hate chickpeas. Obviously, I like hummus and I like other things I haven't, but I've never tried this before. It was really good. And I'm happy I bought it and I'll probably buy it again. I also had a bowl of salad with mozzarella cheese and ranch dressing and tomatoes in it. And then I ate a mango. Is that it? Was that all I had? Oh, and then I had one of my my blue raspberry body armor drinks. And then I got hungry again a little bit before 6. And so I made myself warmed up a slice of the pear bread that I made the other day. So did that, put some butter on it and ate that. And then I was still kind of hungry. So I had 2 slices of cheese and some crackers that I put them on. And then, I was still hungry after that. So, and I had 2 small glasses of milk. Shoot, what was the other thing I ate? Jesus, help me remember. Oh, and then I was like, maybe I need something that's a little bit more like hearty. And so I had 2 of they're like this big, 2 of my little fish fillets with tartar sauce. And I was satiated after that. So, yeah, that's what I ate today. Shoot, I just realized I haven't had any water today. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna drink some of that before I go to bed. But yeah, like have another pretty full day again tomorrow. But I get to do something fun with the kids. And so I'll have to tell you guys about it after the fact. Pretty pumped. But in the morning we have, service and apparently they're doing a dinner afterwards. So we'll see how that goes. My church is like really, they're really cool about the fact that they know. It also helps that I'm not the only vegetarian. My pastor is also a vegetarian and his wife sometimes will eat meat, but she leans more towards a vegetarian as well. So like when they have potluck dinners and stuff and people, bring in the main dishes and stuff, they always make sure that there's a vegetarian option. So we'll see what there is tomorrow, but that's kind of my game plan, is to make sure that my growl pretty much times along with that, because the thing I have to do with the kids is at 2:30 back here, and my church is like an hour and 15, 20 minutes away. So lunch will probably be at 12. So I can't like hang out there for very long, because I still got to come back at the car and go get the kids, and they live like 20 minutes away from us. So yeah, I'm playing around with time a little bit. I don't want to rush lunch either. So I don't know that I'll eat like a whole ton. I might just do like a snacky thing so that I'm hungry again after I get done with the kiddos. We'll see how it goes though, because the ladies there usually are like, no, you're not getting enough. You know how that goes. Church ladies and their food. Anyway, today's been another good productive day. I don't know about you, but like when things in my life, tangible things like my room cleaned up and that type of stuff, when those types of things are in order, I feel more in order, which means that I feel like I can get them, which is the weird thing, because like I thought after I got everything put away, and it wasn't that I was tired at all or that I needed to like lay down and take a nap or rest. It was just the fact that it was like I didn't feel the push to go out and work. Like usually there's a quickening in my spirit where the Lord's like, go work now. Didn't happen. And so I was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I guess today we're taking a day. Cool. Like, that's pretty awesome. Okay, Lord, I hear you. But yeah, like the fact that I'll be able to get up in the morning and there's my closet and it has all of the clothes for colder weather in it, which means I won't have to go like dig through tubs like I did last week to find something to wear. Is brilliant. Okay. Actually, I don't really have to think about what I'm wearing because of the place I'm taking the kids tomorrow. I already know what I'm wearing tomorrow. So I just have to pull it out of the closet, but I still don't have to dig through a tub to get to it. So that's nice. So yeah, I can't wait to tell you guys about tomorrow and what happens. Who knows? Maybe God will have me work tomorrow after getting with the kids. And Sundays tend to be a little bit busier, like in the early evening hours. Again, I'm not concerned about it. I'm not freaking out about it. My plans got changed for next weekend. So, I think that might be the thought process, because it'll be the third weekend of the month, and the third weekend of the month is usually pretty full. So maybe that's what's going to happen, is because my plans got changed. I now have Friday and Saturday open next week. So maybe it'll be full days of work as well as a full day of work on Tuesday. I mean, we'll see. Again, it's whatever God wants to do. But yeah, like I feel like something, and I'm going to put this on here, so like keep myself accountable. I think something that does need to get implemented, because it's on God wouldn't have me write it down if it wasn't something that's important. Walking 10 minutes a day. I don't know what that exactly looks like, but I know I have it written down as a daily goal. So I think in this coming week, it'll be something that I need to start implementing, as well as figuring out when during the day I'm going to do that, like how that's going to look. I think it might also be something that God is wanting to incorporate into something that he showed me that I need to be doing. I'll share that with you guys too, if it happens. That's on a different forum than this one. It's on Facebook. That I felt like the Lord is wanting me to implement by the end of the year. So that might be part of what's going on, is a health thing as well as an obedience thing too. So we'll see. But I'm excited to start the new week tomorrow after I get a good night's sleep tonight. So I'm going to get off here, and hope you guys had a great Saturday, and that you get a good night's sleep tonight and you get a chance to fellowship with your peeps tomorrow. But I will see you before all that for a daily devotional. So love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.